Hey guys, for those who don't know me, my name is Charlie. I am happily married to the love of my life. We've been together for 7.5 years, married 7.5 years, together over 9. And um, I've been asked by a lot of my friends about, dating advice and that sort of thing. And the biggest thing I have for you guys today is non-negotiables. Non-negotiables are things that you absolutely cannot deal with in a relationship. Um, for example, if you have, an alcoholic parent, and you don't want to date someone who is an alcoholic, that would be a non-negotiable. If you had a parent who died of lung cancer and you don't like smoking, that's a non-negotiable. If you have, someone who they really need a sense of humor, that's a non-negotiable. These are things, the non-negotiables are the basis for your relationship. Things like your taste in music and movies and stuff like that, that doesn't matter. What actually matters is your non-negotiables. For example, you know, if you're a jealous person and you're, afraid that your girlfriend's going to leave you because she has a lot of guy friends, that's a non-negotiable. You don't want to be with someone who you're going to constantly have to feel like you're walking around on eggshells for, or whatever. You know, in every relationship, you'll bend and you'll change yourself over the years. I am drastically different from who I was 10 years ago. And, so is my husband. We've been together for a long time, and there was a lot of things in our relationship that weren't perfect and still aren't perfect. Um, but, I had my non-negotiables, the things that I knew I wanted. I knew that the person I wanted to be with had to be a good dad. Not in the, sense of, having daddy issues or whatever. I knew I wanted children. I knew I wanted 2 children. I knew that I wanted someone who was going to be there for my kids and love them no matter where they were. Now, I got a lot of grief when I first married my husband because he was a Marine. And, there was the possibility of him having to be deployed and being gone away from the kids and that sort of thing. And to me, that wasn't a huge issue because my dad was often gone on location making movies and stuff like that. But my dad always made it clear that I was his number one priority. Not just because, you know, he was out on location making his movies, doing his thing, but he would always make me feel special. We would or we didn't have video chat at the time, it was the 90s. We would talk on the phone, he would send postcards. I remember one year my dad was working on a movie and they were being interviewed on the news. So we turned on the news and we could actually see him go walking by in the background. And, that was enough for me because no matter what, I was always able to talk to my dad. So having someone that even if they weren't physically present, they were always mentally and emotionally there, that was a huge deal for me. Now, for example, some of the non-negotiables that my husband had was faithfulness. He came out of a very, very bad marriage. He knew that I was going to be, someone that was going to love him unconditionally and not go anywhere, which I had proven to him more than once. And, there were trials and tests and stuff like that that came along. And, we've proven each other and proven it to each other from the beginning that, these were the non-negotiables that we were going to have. Now, finding your non-negotiables is honestly the most important thing. What will you absolutely not settle for? And no one should ever have to settle. There should never be a reacher and a settler in a relationship. How I Met Your Mother kind of got it wrong with that one. Yes, you'll always have someone who, either might be physically better looking or, smarter or whatever, but it's finding that person that you're equal. And, the other bit of advice I have for you is it starts actually with a quote from Aristotle. There are far too many people in this world to have only one soulmate. And that soulmate could be either someone that you broke up with in the past, it could be a best friend, it could be, the partner that you have now. So if you feel like you've already found your soulmate and maybe you lost them due to a breakup or a unfortunate death or just moving away or whatever, have no fear because there's someone out there for everybody. And I honestly, truly mean that, and I believe that. Now, once you find out what your non negotiables are, that's when you can actually start building a healthy relationship because that's what healthy relationships are built on. Again, it doesn't matter your movie style, your music style. Oh, you like John Mayer, I like John Mayer, let's get married and have kids. It doesn't work that way unless you're talking to John Mayer, which sucks. But, um, you know, that really is, at least the ground basics. Now, I'll be doing more videos over the next coming weeks and whatever, but if you get anything from just this one base video, it's non-negotiables. Find out what you want. And if you don't know that, take time to yourself. Take time to analyze your life. Go, okay, I was with this person and it didn't work out. Why? Did he have a non-negotiable that I didn't even know I had? Or was it something I did? Was I doing something that was one of his non-negotiables and nobody even knew it? Or you can't even speak these things to people. So that's really what it boils down to, is finding out what you want and never settling for anything less than that. Um, that's pretty much all I have right now. But you can tweet me. I'll put my Twitter handle somewhere around here. And, use the hashtag dating tips or dating advice from Momma T, because that's me. Yeah. And if you guys have questions and you want to be like, hey, my boyfriend's cheating on me, or I think he is, or whatever, um, you know, tweet me or use the hashtag or whatever, and I will try to answer your questions. So, thanks.